Image, identity, reputation, reputational management. Now, these are terms you would hear people use interchangeably to mean the same thing. But are they really the same? What are the distinctions between each and every one of them? Right here, I'll be telling you how to differentiate between image, identity, and reputation. Guys, and welcome to my channel. I am Emmanuel Madunime. Hope you're having a great day out there. So I am a mass communication guy, and basically what I'll be doing in this channel is try to fill in some of those gaps that I've noticed between mass communications, public relations, theories, and practice. And this is because I've come to observe, and research has proven, that there's this huge gap between what professionals in the field do and what scholars back in the classroom are doing. And I feel like that shouldn't be, because they are all after the same goal, which is to make communication more relevant and effective. To that end, I'll be breaking down some of those dense public relations, academic ideas, theories, academic strategies, and all of those recommendations into relatable and digestible bits for professionals and, frankly, everyone out there, because personally I believe everyone should be their own PR guy. Today we will be discussing the difference between image, reputation, identity, reputational management, and what distinguishes one from the other, and most importantly, how are they all connected with one another. Now, identity is the consistent physical and mental projection of a body from its own perspective through tangible and intangible manifestations. Now, these manifestations include the attributes of the brand in question, say its motto, its logo, its vision and mission, its associations. What is it associated with? Environment, what industry are we talking about? And what does it represent? What does it want people to perceive it as? And also its touch points, it's on its website, its social media page, how it basically presents itself to the people. The company's products even could serve as a means of identification for the company, because the product represents what the company is all about. In other words, the identity of a brand or a corporate organization is simply how the company wants people to see it. And most importantly, the identity has to be consistent, it has to be authentic and recognizable, so people can relate to it. You know how you see the symbol of Walmart and you can't tell without being told that that belongs to Walmart, or you see the symbol of Apple and just without being told, that product belongs to the Apple company. Image, on the other hand, is a third-person perception of that company or the brand in question. So think about it as the public perception of the company. What do people think about the company? How do people perceive that company? Another way to think about it is the company in the eyes of the beholder in this case being the public. For instance, if a brand identifies as one who focuses on environmental causes, do people actually see to be faithful to that cause in all ramifications? If they do, then that company has a good image. And finally, reputation. Reputation is an interplay between identity and image. It refers to the outcome of a successful identity and image alignment. Reputation serves as an interplay between what you want people to see about the company or the brand and what people actually see. the entirety of the public perception. Reputation is trust. People can trust the identity because it is authentic, it is consistent, and it keeps to its words. So because they can trust what you put out there and they have a positive perception about your identity, reputation becomes the outcome. A good reputation of this becomes the outcome. So to sum it up, a brand is said to have successfully built a proper reputation if there's an alignment between what it puts out to the public and what the public perceives about the brand. Now we've defined these various terms, it becomes clear that really the only thing anyone has control over is their identity, not their image, not their reputation, but their identity, because identity is something you created. While on the other hand, reputation and image are on the spectrum of public opinion. So basically you can't control it, but what you can do is influence public opinion to your favor. And that's why reputational management, while the term is not very accurate, it is still a relevant practice because you're not trying to control or manage your reputation, you are merely trying to influence public opinion in your favor. And the way to do that, the fundamentals of building a good reputation, is by ensuring your identity is rock solid and authentic, and there is a constant alignment between your identity, how you want people to see you, and your image, how people actually see you. So to better understand all of this concept, let us use a real world interpretation. Greta Thunberg.
We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
The Swedish teenager with a strong stance on climate change and 2019's Times Person of the Year. Now, she identifies as a staunch climate change activist through and through, down to her lifestyle. Now, the alignment of her identity and her image resulted in her amazing reputation around the world today as an environmentalist and the young girl who stood in front of world leaders to make her case for climate change. And believe it or not, I'm going to shock you this time, President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. I know, right? Donald Trump has an unflinching reputation for being a textbook definition of the socio-political renegade, the guy who goes against everything you know to be conventional. Personally, and off the record, I think reputation is a morally neutral term. It doesn't have to be good to be successful. A successful reputation is when there's an alignment between the identity, what you want people to see, and the image, what people actually see. So for example, if I decide today I want people to see me as the guy who always breaks traffic regulations, that's what I want, it's deliberate, and people start perceiving me as that particular guy who always breaks traffic regulations. I've developed a strong reputation for breaking traffic. It is a deliberate plan. The only time there is a problem is when the identity you are projecting is quite and totally different from the image that you have. So basically, what you want people to see you as is different from what people actually see you to be. You can now see that while this concepts, identity, image, reputation, they all look alike, they are kind of different, but they all come together to form one huge circle. So the next time you use these terms, make sure you understand them individually and use them right. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. Please drop a comment, tell me what you think, and let's get a conversation going on. Of course, we are all in this learning process together. I'm Emmanuel. I plan to be putting out videos every week, or at least 2 times a week, but trust me, I'm going to be consistent because I'm building an identity and I want it to be consistent with the image you have of me. So perhaps I could have a good reputation too. Till I see you next time, have an amazing day. Bye bye.